Hi guys, Wendy here with Artfully Created. I wanted to do my own demonstration of this new gift bag punch board. It took me forever to figure out how to use it. Even though the instructions are pretty easy, I'm more of a visual, so reading instructions doesn't always work well for me. And I watched another demonstrator on YouTube, and the way she taught it, it clicked finally. So I will show you, and I don't remember her name because I watched so many videos and I don't think to write names down. So I will do a demonstration, and then I'm going to make my own paper using the new Bohemian borders. And I just love this stamp set. And here's a couple of bags I've made, and you can make them in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. And large, you would use a 12-inch by whatever width you desire. So this was 12 by 9. I think that was the only large. And then I made just a different variation, and this was retired paper, so I thought I'd try that. And this was the medium, 11 by 5. And then I made this cute little one. I love the small ones. So this was 10 inches by 4, and I used some of the retiring ribbon. I love orange and pink. And then another small one, and my little sticker fell off, and this twine was also retired, but I just love the colors. And a mini one, and you don't always have to put the holes in. You can just put a little clip, paper clip. You know, they have these nice decorative clips. You can even make your own. I've seen a ton of videos. I think Lollapalooza demonstrates making clips. And here's one I decorated completely with another new stamp set, and I don't have my stamp sets in front of me anymore. And then this one I just made with the Bohemian borders. And you know, you can probably put the Ghirardelli squares in there, maybe the Hershey nuggets, 2 side by side. Be a cute little gift. So I thought I would demonstrate that. And let's see, I'm using, oh my goodness, what am I using? Hello Honey, which was last year's in color. That's still available. Cucumber Crush and Tip Top Taupe. And there will be a portion that will get hidden when you create the bottom, and you can just decide what side you would like that to be, because you know, like there I just did that little oops. So you can decide, you know, the side that doesn't really come out well. And these stamps came just juicier than all get out, so they're really smudging. I'm not used to ink pads being this juicy, but it's a nice little surprise. And you can design this, you know, many ways, and just create your own pattern paper, which is very fun. And I love this one, this top one that I did. It stamps very nice. The border ones, you just have to take your time because they are thin and narrow, so you will sometimes have that little line if you're not careful. Other than that, and plus I don't have the pad, so I could get a little bit of smearing or light impressions. And then, let's see, let's just do this little guy right here. And I'm just trying to go fast, so you guys aren't here all day watching me stamp. But with these geometric prints, you can really do anything you desire. And there is coordinating DSP that goes with this. But with the stamps, you can just design your own using your favorite colors. And let's just do one more green. See, these are just really juicy. Oh, see, I didn't get a good impression there. But that could be my bottom, and no one will ever know. So I think it's dry. So I'm going to put this as the top, this as the top, and then this bottom as the bottom. So you want to put the bottom upwards, and then there's this start line here. You want to measure, just line up the edge of the paper with that start line, and then press. And this, you have to press somewhat hard. It's a little hard for me with my shoulder issues, but if I can do it, you can do it. And since this was the small, you go here. Actually, rewind. Let me do this like this other demonstrator did. There's this horizontal line. And usually the Stamp It Up video showed it, you're doing this horizontal line with each step. But this other demonstrator did it the very first thing. And that really made sense to me. So she would start there, and then she would slide it this way a little bit to get to the very beginning, and then would just keep sliding her paper and scoring it. So then you had a complete score line already done. And the one way she also taught, there's 4 sides to the box. You got the front, the back, the left side, and the right side. Or in camera world, it's probably reversed. And so when you're making this, think of it in 4 parts. The first part is pretty straight and flat. You're only making this one score. And then the second part, you're going to be making this little V for the gusset. And then the third part, you're going to be creating the back. And the fourth part, you're making the second V. And so by her explaining it that way, it made all the sense, made complete sense for me. So the first part, you're working on the front. So you push that, and then your first score mark is in the small. It'll always be the small because we're making the small box. Oops. Okay, so that's side, the front side, and so you're done with that. Then that last score mark, you line it up with the start line. You press that, and then you want to make that triangle. So then you score 3 pieces, and then you want to complete the side, so you go on the side score mark. So that's side one, the second part, and that is not, and I really have to stand up to get this to cut properly. And then the last score mark, you line it up with the start. You want to press that, and then since this is the back, you take the small measurement, score the small, and then you're done with the back. And then you line that last score mark with the start line, then you're going to make that second triangle, and then you complete the side on the side score line. And then you want to finish your box with this last step, and this is where I kept getting messed up. I kept forgetting to do this last step. So you line the last score mark to the start line, and you press, and then, and that did not punch out for me. There we go. See, this is a little hard for me to push. So then you have the bottom of the box. Now, if you want to add the holes, you turn it around so you're on the top. So this is the flat edge will now be at the top of your box. And then there's this little, someone called it a beak. There's a little, that little, I guess it sort of looks like a beak, the little triangle. So you want to line the edge to that triangle, and then you punch. And then you go to the next score line, lining it on the point of that triangle, and punch. You want to skip this V section, but go to that score mark on the other side of the V, and then you punch. Then you go to the next score mark and you punch. And you're going to skip this section with the V, and you go to the last score mark and punch. And there you have all your holes. And I have found that scoring each section with that or a bone folder really helps keep your box looking nice. So I score these first. And then with the V, you have these two. And I just finger press and score it both ways. And that's the easiest way for me that I have found to get this to fold properly. And I scored too hard, so my box is coming a little undone. And then there's this weird little extra thing. You don't need it, so you can just cut that diagonally, throw it away, and then you want to, and I have found that using the fast fuse works best, and that flap, and then flick it, and then got your box. And you can decide, like that one is a little smeared, so I want to hide that one and have that one as the front. So you put the two smaller pieces, then that one, and then you have one more. Put some fast fuse on the end, and this seal down. And I like to use something just to really get that to stick. And then finger press your box, and there you go. Or finger press your bag, keep saying box. And you can add ribbon in these sections. And let's see. And you can add it however way you want to. If you want a bow or just knot it. But it's very simple. You know, do you want to present it tight fully or a little bit of open space? And it's really your preference how you want to do the, and just see if I can tie a bow. I'm horrible at bows. Not too bad. And then there we go. That looks pretty darn good. And that makes a cute little presentation. These would be great as little thank you gifts if you're doing a class. You know, for each participant, maybe a little bit of chocolate, maybe a couple buttons and some of the embellishments, a little piece of ribbon that they can take home and use. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to work with you. I would be more than happy to mail out a complimentary catalog, and just leave me a message and I will do that. I appreciate you watching, and to my next video. See you later. Bye-bye.